Welcome to Joe's Astrology. This is the birth chart for Gary. I think it's Gary or Jerry Turner, the Golden Bachelor. And this is also the transit chart for his marriage and his divorce. If you're new to astrology, the inside of this wheel is his birth chart, and this is the outside of the wheel is the transits that are going on. So we can see he is a Leo sun with a Pluto there in Leo. Definitely a guy who fits being the bachelor with that sun in Leo, likes to be center stage. He also has a Saturn at 29 degrees, so definitely someone who is a responsible guy, uh, could be a father, definitely somebody who could also be putting in a lot of work later in life or possibly having a marriage later in life like this. And I want to look at the transits. So I'm not going to get into the chart that much. We see here that the North Node, when he got married, Saturn, when they had this marriage, Saturn was going back and forth over the North Node at 9 degrees. And we see Mars here now, it looks like it's at about 11 degrees approximately. So just recently, that Saturn that was going over that North Node followed up with Mars going over the North Node. And that is about the time when they just got divorced just now. So possibly if he could have, just looking at that maybe their relationship will continue later on without the official marriage. If they could have gotten through that Mars period that followed up with that was following up that Saturn, it's possible that they could have made this work. But of course, they don't know anything about astrology. That's if they knew about astrology. That might change things or give them answers or cause them to question, maybe ask some more questions. But we see here the ruler of the North Node is Neptune at 17 degrees, and the South Node has transited that during this period as well. So we see that there's a couple transits here going on around that North Node in Pisces, and it was definitely a dream wedding, a dream situation. So that definitely makes sense with the divorce that this could be something. And we see his moon there. We don't have the birth time, but the moon could possibly be close to that Neptune. So it could be a guy who is. This whole situation was him manifesting a dream, uh, and not really, you know, possibly ignoring the Saturn piece. And they have to go to, in order for the marriages to continue, something like this, they have to go together. We see he does have Mars in Cancer, so definitely some trouble with family situations where possibly with transit to that Mars, we can see things in his family going wrong in some way. I don't really know. I didn't really watch the show, so I really don't know much about him. But if anything that I say is interesting or rings true, feel free to leave a comment below. We see that the North Node here is going over that Jupiter. It's retrograde in Aries. And Mercury has gone retrograde in that sign of Aries as well, all making a trine to that Sun and Pluto. And we see that Uranus is here with Jupiter, making during that wedding it made a trine to Venus. So we can see that this is a trine being harmonious or something that can be easy flowing. So with Uranus and Venus, we can see that a quick love or an unexpected love coming up, which could be another reason why it ended up being breaking up quickly. Because with Uranus, it's a quick transit. A Uranus Venus could be something like that where it happens quickly. It doesn't have that staying power. And with Saturn over the North Node, you would think it would have some staying power. But considering Neptune's involved there, and all the things I said about it being a dream and a fantasy, there really wasn't any. We can see in the astrology there really wasn't any staying power. Also had Juno, the asteroid of marriage, has been going retrograde and has been going back and forth in Virgo over that Venus as well. So, considering that, there could have been a lot of like back and forth between indecision and is this going to work, and things coming up, making them question things. I mean, when Juno went over that Venus, I believe that would have been the period that they got married. And if it would have moved on to Libra, you could see that the marriage possibly would have continued on, or would have been able to be sustained. We also see this Jupiter that I said was involved in Aries is making an inconjunct to Venus. So with Venus being the planet of love and Jupiter being making that trine to his sun and being in Aries, there could have been um, needed to be some adjustments with travel and maybe the putting the situation together as far as like where they're going to live, what their beliefs are, how they're going to carry on carry on with the marriage concerning those beliefs, or um, maybe travel circumstances and uh, things of that nature. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe if you like astrology. I have many videos on astrology, many videos on chart analysis. And I hope this finds you well, and have a great day.